Welcome back to Goblins of Conquest.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, assigned to Ragnarok Story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
So does anybody want to give the rogue an update on what she missed?
You did a lot of good shit.
Yeah, I picked locks. I wrote really well.
We're in the moment now, so.
I'll be here for
Huh?
What happened?
The kicking in the door and throwing down the challenge.
I just remembered. I was like, oh shit.
So what happened was
Smart ass.
You guys made a goblin friend. He guided you through the place.
Wherever you
Well, I
are.
was going to ask what the order is the coming in the door.
Oh, well, of course, dummy who kicked the doors first.
Yeah. Let me figure out where
I don't know where the... Are
And
we
you
coming this way?
basically, here's where you guys came in, here's the closet full of the skeletons, here's the locked door that you came. You went this way. This is the room where you were last at, when we cleaned in that room and cleaned in that room. Then the goblin's like, we gotta go to this room! And they went, and he told them if they run really fast across this hallway, they won't get shot. The group then checked it out and realized that there's a little barricade right there with kobolds with slings ready to shoot one going across the hallway. But they did it anyway. Mostly using the little goblin friend as a shield. Got into the room, found out there was prisoners in there, immediately slaughtered the kobolds that were in there after, of course, Jerome's Hobgoblin was taken out by natural 20.
Right.
First it rolled really crappy for 3 points of damage, then it rolled natural 20 and took them out. Then Cleric spared the dying to keep from dying, and you guys cleared out the bad guy. And then after he was recovered, and she did some medicine, he got back on his feet, and the group decided to alpha strike the frost dragon that they found out was right there. And then they proceeded to massacre the kobolds or scare them away, as the case may be. Because there's a bunch of kobold eggs that the cleric popped. And then this was the locked door that they were worried about. That when they got there, the ranger was really tricky about how well he could pick the lock.
Yes.
Especially when he saw the little mouse mark on the door.
I'll have you know, if anyone goes to look, there is no mouse mark on there anymore. He's screwed it up.
And then the goblins made it through this room perfectly safe, but almost every one of the hobgoblins and Bugbear fell down the trap that was in this room. And then the goblin went and did the super complicated not to let his friends know who he was. And he, of course, told everyone how important he is because he brought you great valiant heroes, especially since Jerome's fighter has the dragon's head on his belt. And then you immediately quickly went this way to this way to this way, saw a bunch of goblins living in this one. This is where the goblins live. Go right to where the boss is, and that's where Jerome kicked in the door and threw down the word.
Alright, so that's that.
That's that, yeah.
Alright.
I have more time, so I should probably make the walls darker. But.
Well, he just kicked in the door.
Yeah.
The Bugbear threw down the word.
Well, that's true. There was a tag team of kick, and then the Bugbear talks the shit.
Yeah, Bugbear says you're in my seat.
That's right. That was the line.
Which went from the talky part to get ready to roll initiative when we come back.
It's a good way to end
So welcome back.
Next time, same back chance.
But nobody knows where I am right now?
Nobody knows where you are right now.
Alright. Where am I? Because even I don't know.
Where's your mini?
That
I don't have a...
Then you are the one with the wedding
I
dress.
don't want the wedding dress.
It makes
The wedding dress is cute.
It makes it easier to identify you.
Such a pain. I want the one with the bow.
That's me with the bow. That's me with the bow. Or okay, that one. Okay.
You want to be this one?
Sure.
You didn't sound confident on that.
Yes, I do. That's the one I want to be. Definitely.
Okay, that sounds.
I've got a polar bear paladin.
That's the one I want to be. Thank you.
A polar bear paladin.
Yeah, there's an answer game.
Okay.
Because sometimes you need to be a polar bear paladin.
Sometimes.
We have a fox that specializes in fire magic at the moment. I suggest that we call him Mozilla.
As opposed to Firefox.
that was exactly why. I was like, wait a second, you're a fox.
He hasn't burned off all his fur yet, right?
His actual motto, which is actually a gameplay mechanic in there, experience point mechanic. If you live up to your motto, is fire is life or something like that.
Fire is life. Death.
Something like that.
Death. Good time.
This is so much better than Pop-Tarts, guys.
I don't believe you. It's lies.
Oh, right, because we came in and immediately threw down with me and
Immediately threw the gauntlet down.
my 6 hit points.
Yeah. Rather than take a rest, meet the cousins, talk to the head honcho. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Yeah, we're the bougie out of town cousins.
Can I use a die? Thank you.
Make me use a better die.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, this is getting worse and worse. I don't remember why I put this desk away.
It belongs to jail.
No, you keep using it. You'll use up all the ones.
And is our fighter talking to the shadows? Interestingly,
The wrapped package that is on my back, like the fight starts and I just kind of touch it a little bit.
precious. So what's at our range again?
10.
How about our paladin?
12.
How about our cleric?
14.
I sense a pattern here. And our wizard?
Same.
Who's got the higher dex?
I do.
I've got a negative to dex.
How about our fighter who's worried about his hit point total right now?
17.
And our rogue who's hiding somewhere on the crowd of goblins?
21.
Jesus Christ.
We had a short rest last time.
No, you didn't.
You know, pretty
You killed the dragon, then walked, and everyone fell down the trap.
We're
Then you
fine.
got guided to where the boss was, and
Cleric.
Yeah, I hate you.
it's a good thing
but we got a cleric.
It's a good thing she saved that spell, isn't it?
Yeah, you have a first level paladin, which is a warrior without half the good shit.
Right?
Well, he does.
You're like, I thought it was a good idea to play this class.
In 3-4 levels would be great.
Yeah,
Until
right.
then, it's
So then
I'm a victim.
Okay, so you guys see this round circular chamber now that you guys, take a moment to take it all in. And you're actually coming in this door.
Oh, okay. I wasn't quite sure which one, so.
Oh wait, so there are so many. So it's us against all of those guys. We'll be fine. That's magical.
What's the worst?
That's only roughly 2 to 1 odds.
So here's a little replay
What's the
of the
worst thing that
map.
happened? We ended up
Here's
on
where you
the
guys came
wall.
down the switchback. The first room that had that massive little pit trap that you guys fell all into. Then the room that had the skeletons in the closet. Then the room off to the side here with the door that you guys closed and locked and couldn't get back open. Then you went down this hallway. You fought in this room. This is where you kicked all those kobolds' butts. Came out of that room. Then that booby trap that was right there. Then this is where you met your friend and healed up his leg so he was like brand new. And he's like, psst, we can run past this hallway. We won't get shot, remember? And then you looked and realized there's a little barricade of kobolds with slings. And then you all ran across, and then there was the room where the fighter died. Was taken to the ground. And we'll have to make a blown up map for the little body there. And that's where you cleaned it out. This is where you then ran and Alpha Strike the dragon. Then you guys went across this way to the locked door, as I look at the ranger. Then there's the pit trap that a few of you fell into there. Then your buddy, once he knocked on the door, used a secret handshake, and the goblins were like, "Hey, cousins!" You beeline immediately through this area. Barricade of little goblins all set up with their little short bows and stuff. Little guard room here where you can see the guards rest. This is the Goblin Warren. Smells like home for some of you. You know, about 40 goblins total live in that area. So you're seeing just like the level 0 goblins doing their thing as you're beeline right into the circular room where the door was opened and...
You're in my chair.
So we've now rolled initiative. Obviously, you can tell the hobgoblin on the throne is taking a massive offense.
It's a hobgoblin. That's fine.
He's a hobgoblin, yeah.
Even better.
Taking massive offense to being told that he's in your chair. And that's where we are. So, circular room. It is well lit. It's got torches all along. You see very, well open area. He's got a chair that he's sitting in, which if I grab a pen, I can throw that on the map. Nice big proper throne that was dragged into this room. He's got these are the big ones are hobgoblins that must be his boys. And this is a goblin that's dressed in like shaman gear. He's got like the fat rat bones on the neck, and female goblin, but she's holding her spot in court. You guys see along the wall is a bunch of goblins that are listening to something that they were being told as the door was kicked in. Right here in the center, there's a 2-foot little stone wall that's been built up that you notice over the wall are vines that have grown up and out. Really awkwardly, it doesn't look like it should happen in nature. And it just drops. You can just tell from the sounds of nature that it drops deep. Probably hundreds of feet, or maybe more than 60 feet. You're not quite sure until you throw someone down.
Got it.
I like
Definitely enough to kill you. That's what,
That's
what I'm getting at.
It's more than 20 feet.
It's not going to be pleasant.
But there are lots of vines and things there. And you do notice next to his throne, he's got a very large clay pot. And there seems to be a little dancing Groot in the pot. Only it looks a lot more like the twig blights that you guys have been dealing with.
Sweet. So he is the enemy.
But he's like, my precious, I implore your mechanics.
Salacious
And
Groot.
immediately he is getting up out of his chair in full armor. He's got the scale mail, the splint mail, and he's picking up his sword. He's ready to roll with you guys.
Great.
So I'm in there with the goblins, just like pretending I'm one of them.
You actually stealthed in with the goblins earlier because obviously you're clever like that and you're sneaky like that.
I am totally
And you
sneaky.
basically saw the goblins checking some stuff earlier and you just kind of like stealthed into the group and they didn't notice an extra goblin. And you came back and you were hearing this guy talking about the whole, hey, prepare for the winter harvest. There should be an apple coming. If you see the twig blights, do not touch them. Let them go. Maybe they'll eat some kobolds. Before the druid died, he gave me a twig blight. Now, maybe if you roll an insight roll, I might tell you more.
I'm gonna do that.
You're going to do that? Are you good at insight?
I've got a +0, but it's... Wait, hold on.
But it's a big +0.
Wait,
Big
But that
plus
means
little zero.
Jim says I'm doubly good at these. So,
Has it got your specialty? Is that what you're saying?
I believe so, which means what? Maybe I wrote this one?
It means that you've got double the proficiency bonus. Does it have how did I say you were doubly good at?
I don't know, I just wrote that you said I was doubly good at... Oh, no, okay, the ones with lines. Okay, never mind.
Okay.
It's just the one.
Because
Okay,
at level 3, you will get a thing called proficiency.
All right.
But you're only level 1. And does anyone have inspiration left over?
Oh, I do.
Oh, I had an inspiration from the last time I played, which was forever ago. Thank you. Remind me what I can do with this.
You can cash it in, roll the d20 twice, and you get the better of the two. Cool. Advanced deployment. Best laser cut stuff ever. Fortunately, they're going out of business in a few months.
Really?
Yeah.
8.
An 8. Okay, so you apparently weren't really listening in on the goblins too much in their conversation.
Sounds like me.
But, you know that shit's about to go down, door opens up, and the rest of your party shows up.
All right, well, I'm going to...
By the way, you do have first shot.
I do.
You do have first shot.
And I'm at the end. That's good. I can draw as a free action, right? Draw my
I'd
guns.
say you already have your weapons out. The
Oh,
goblins,
okay.
They're goblins. They're having court. It's not like you have to put your weapons away.
All right, cool.
No goblin would
Perfect.
assassinate a hobgoblin.
Yeah, that would be great.
Inconceivable.
All right, well, yeah, then I've got my dagger out, and
Okay.
I'm gonna. So I want to sneakily backstab the guy who is right next to me and start picking him off from the back, hopefully as unnoticeably as possible. So is that it? In this scenario you have in your head, is that a possibility?
That is a possibility.
Okay.
But I will be a jerk and say you have disadvantage on your stealth afterwards after you shank him.
What if I shake him really well?
Like a natural 20, you probably wouldn't have disadvantage. But see, the trick will be the shanking him, killing him, and then quietly moving his body against the wall and continuing to stealth yourself.
I'll just drag him with me on the far side.
Just start making out with him. That's what goblins do.
I just recently watched the Clue movie. They're doing that.
But that definitely sounds like something you can do. I mean, you do have advantage after all to negate the disadvantage.
Okay, so I only have to roll once?
Well, you'd have to roll to attack him. You
Right.
have advantage because he doesn't know it's coming.
Right.
Which means you also get your extra bonus damage for the rogue. Remember once
Right,
per-
right.
yeah. And then you roll your stealth afterwards to basically make sure nobody saw you shank him.
Alright, well, I think that seems epic enough. We'll do that.
Yeah, I like it. It sounds great. And she's just knocking one off.
Alright, so... Oh, wait, but nothing's... Oh, it's going to be a fight. Like, it's obviously good.
They just kicked in the door and started
Yeah,
some
so
shit.
everybody's distracted by the kicking in the door. I think this will go well. Okay, so I roll twice.
Yeah, yep, you get to roll twice, you get the better of the two. Don't forget to add your bonus.
Okay, so 20
That'll hit.
or 17.
That'll hit too.
Alright.
So go ahead and give me damage.
Can I have a D4, please?
And what's your bonus damage? As a rogue.
D6.
You get some D6s. That's a D6.
So cool.
And that's a D6. There you go.
Those are so cool. Okay.
Wizard dice.
Alright, so...
And you should have a plus there.
2. Are you going to attack? Are you going to attack? It says must be with a finesse or range.
Yeah, you have a finesse weapon.
Okay.
Basically something light and pliable, not a claymore or a glass. No more stealthing with ballistas. the rules have negated the ballista stealth.
I feel like that's like a good way to stealth. Okay. So...
I mean, ballista is ranged.
That's a 2, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yes. Alright, so... Plus 3, so 8 to get that dice. I didn't roll that one.
You roll 2d6, don't you?
Why would I roll 2d6?
Isn't your bonus damage 2d6?
I wrote 1d6, but I could have written
Let's
it
check
wrong.
real quick. I don't know if it's 1d6 or
I think
2d6.
at first level is
Pretty sure it's 96.
So what was your total damage?
8.
8. So immediately you get right behind the guy. You're
Yeah,
like
1d6.
I'm like,
mirroring his movements, And you just slip the dagger in between his ribs from behind, and you do the whole slow, gentle pull back. You lean up against the walls and pull the dagger. Now roll a stealth to see how quietly you do that.
All right, so quietly,
so that way
so quietly.
Now remember, you're at a disadvantage unless you throw your chip in, so it's a straight roll. You willing to take your chances?
I mean, I feel like that would be more epic to not, but I'm also scared. So
okay, straight roll. So
all right.
Don't forget your bonus to stealth.
Oh, I'm not forgetting. That's 15.
That's pretty good.
That's
Okay,
good enough.
you believe that nobody has noticed this with the kicking in the door, the shouting, and you're like, yeah, my teammates, they're here. Now the question is it? We'll find out. So, fighter.
Okay.
You've obviously been thrown into a position here. You realize Hobgoblin to Hobgoblin, that Hobgoblin's looking at you guys, and he's not going to put up with this challenge. He is obviously getting ready to throw down for who the challenger is to do the Hobgoblin mano-y-mano combat to prove who is the Megatron in this Decepticon crew.
I'm going to cast Grease right underneath. If you want to range it for now. I'm just saying. Or I can hold.
I mean, technically, I guess I could just lodge a...
You see a bunch of goblins cowering in the corner.
Hey.
You can throw goblins at
them.
So...
I mean, I guess I'm pretty...
Alright, so yeah. I step into the room, axe out to the side, doing the whole... Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
Intimidating.
And then just reach down, grab a battle axe, and hook it at his head.
Okay. Wow. It's on now.
And roll horribly. It was a distraction.
Hey, you've got that ability, the Hobgoblin.
Do you really want to cash it in for a throwing axe, though?
You used it?
Oh, yeah, I used it last fight.
Do you have an inspiration?
I do. It's not worth it.
So what did you roll?
That would be a 5.
A 5.
Total.
So you throw this axe, and he just backhands it with his longsword, and you see the axe hit the wall, and you go tink tink.
Oh, that was my favorite axe.
And he's giving.
You're going to get that.
I'm going to get that.
Because it's your turn, wizard.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my rug is has spoken out of turn.
Wow.
All right, so I'm going to put my hands together like this, and you start seeing this, you start hearing that squeaky sound of grease. And at that point, I just start bringing them down like that, and then this grease just starts coating the floor underneath them. So 10-foot square. So
10-foot square.
It's magical. It'll go away.
Okay, as you just make this haze that immediately collects on the ground, starts to glisten.
Yep.
And what does your grease do?
Can you knock over that goblin next to me?
The dead one.
Yeah, that one.
She wants to make sure she's getting her kill count.
Yeah. It just seems more appropriate that there should be dead bodies laying around.
True.
To prove that I'm being sneaky, terrible.
Dex saving throw. So, and the DC is 12.
12? Okay. Okay. So you're casting magic, and there's 2 of you attacking. That's interesting.
Oh.
So it's interesting that multiple opponents are attacking you, thereby breaking the code of honor between the Hobgoblins. Therefore, inviting his boys to join in a grand melee. Shit.
Oh.
It's alright.
This could have been, just a one-on-one challenge.
You're a bugbear. You're strange to these. What do you mean we don't just kill them at once?
I blame you for this.
Claire,
My rug is getting out of hand.
We had words.
you're
You had
seeing
opportunity,
things are
my
getting
friend.
messy. These hobgoblins, and you now see the rest of them seem to be like, oh, and they're reaching for their weapons.
Okay, so
The cleric's having a thought.
Claire has a
By all the gods of hobgoblin death and destruction.
I'm just agreeing.
Okay. So I'm gonna say, whoa, hold on.
Oh, diplomacy.
Hold on a second.
Diplomacy from the religious caste.
Hold on a second.
You got everyone to quiet down.
And I say to
Goblin might fart over there.
shut up. And then
It was your goblin.
I'm going to say to the one on the throne, I do apologize about the bugbear. You know, he does tend to get a little rambunctious. There's no words for the fighter. But we understand that you have some apples in here that we can really use. And so we're here to talk to you about that.
Okay. I like where you're going here. Are you brandishing any of your religious memorabilia, by the way? You do have holy symbols.
Oh, yes.
You do know amongst hobgoblins as a cleric.
Yes. So, I am, I've full stature, full height, very proud, acting as if, I am a very proud hobgoblin of,
God of death and destruction.
Exactly. And so I am using diplomacy for the time being. I do have a backup if it doesn't work.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll with advantage. Because you are you're the first cleric they've seen in quite a while. Well, the cleric is sitting next to me at the throne here.
Oh, son of a bitch.
And
Yeah,
the
they-
bugbear's kind of standing next to her, staring at her like he just has a
Changing
rug
plans, I
pulled
guess.
up in front of you. So you're like, what the?
Well, it depends. Maybe diplomacy's not working.
Yeah, they look at me and pretty much go,
What did you get? That good?
a 2 and a 3. So, yeah, so they pretty much are going, yeah, you're full of shit.
Even the goblins in the wall there are kind of snickering at you, like, yeah, sure, you're a cleric.
That was a good try, then. You
Yeah.
were onto something.
Yeah.
No.
And everyone did pause for
I
that.
did.
They
Yeah,
did.
But I like I said, I had a backup.
And you sense no flaming anger towards you.
That's good. I do have a backup, so.
Are you good with stepping into the room, or do you want to step back out?
No, I'm going stepping in the room for the time being.
Okay.
Which one's you?
I look like Rachel.
You stepped in here. I think.
I stepped in it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
That's a pattern.
You're like, whoa, excuse my bugbear.
So anyway,
The opening salvo is not going well, except for the rogue.
You know how bugbears get
And
when they go
nobody saw
first.
it.
Exactly.
It's fine. That's what I'm going for. Nobody see until like all of a sudden there's no live goblins but me. And I'm like, hi.
Everyone's just sleeping along the wall.
Yeah. Well, they're all murmuring to themselves about the...
bugbear.
What's going on? There's a bugbear. I thought he was doing other things. Why is he wearing robes? Okay, so Paladin.
And they're moving.
The leader is definitely grabbing a weapon and going to be walking over to at least the fighter and asserting some dominance as the chief here.
Yeah, hold up. I got this. Just like, stand back up, give a boy, back here.
Where's the other hobgoblin moving?
His boys, as soon as the bugbear came in and cast some magic on them, they don't know exactly what was cast on them, they seem to be grabbing their weapons and getting ready to go after the bugbear. And the little goblin shaman, she starts
Oh, you silly hobgoblin ways.
whipping up her sleeves to start doing a thing.
I'm just looking at this.
I'm
this
thinking
right
goblin
here,
shish kebabs.
Oh no!
I'm trying
I'm gonna throw a javelin.
Okay. So you're gonna step it. Just step right.
Okay. Thank you.
At the Goblin Shaman.
At the Goblin Shaman. Okay, so you're stepping in the room. Go ahead and bring him in.
This is him?
No, that's me.
you.
Actually, the one with the shield and sword is me.
Okay, so
I think we're missing
one figure then.
We're missing the fighter.
Here we go. We'll throw that out there as the fighter.
that's appropriate.
Ow.
I like it.
Calm down.
Either that or there's that guy with the big belly.
Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you get to strike?
20
That'll hit.
and 6 damage, so 12.
6 damage. Okay, so you throw the javelin, and you stick her right in the stomach, and she's practically doing that witch thing from Robin Hood, my favorite one, Kevka. She's not dead, but she's got a javelin coming out of her belly right now, and she's going. And yeah, there's going to be concentration.
Being more distracting on the other side of the room, you know.
Yes, apparently she has the spell of javelin from the belly.
It's going to be like the death sequence from Deadpool 2.
Oh god, that was awful.
She's just going to be talking after the whole fight's over.
Geez, not for
Why is the shaman still
Little
talking?
Ranger,
Yes.
are you good with your movement, being in the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Little Ranger.
I'm going to sit under the feet of our Bugbear. Here we can.
Okay.
Here, you can use this as a when I'm under your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, and
You know, it's
Something like that.
that if it's square.
okay, yeah. Yeah, because I was kind of concerned about diplomacy because I kind of have a flaw of violence. Because all right, I think I am definitely I am seeing myself as an. I think there has been enough combat that I am also going to take a shot. I think I'm going to take a shot at try to finish off that cleric.
The shaman.
The shaman, yes.
Oh,
So
thanks.
you're coming out between the bugbear's legs, screaming, "Akuna Matata!" Attack!
All right, so yeah,
That's
and
what I call him too.
Oh my god.
All right, and I 19.
That will hit. Your arrow is going and splitting the javelin.
4 damage.
4 damage as all she's going. Ah! Your arrow just, and she's immediately silenced as she just kind of like slumps in the wall to the point where the javelin is now sticking straight up.
Let's see.
At least she's quiet now.
Is there a chance I could? Is there anything I can hide amongst?
There is a 2-foot wall in that inner circle there. There
try-
are other goblins.
I'm going to try to.
I dropped an axe down there if you want to run and get that.
Well, I'm thinking like my nimble escape bonus action hide
Okay.
while I'm in.
You could, if you want to hide from the hobgoblins, you can easily get behind the wall and do the whole.
Yeah. I'm
Looking
going
at the
to.
goblins.
I'm going
in front of
to
you, but
try
hiding from the hobgoblins.
to hide. Do I make my stealth now or
Yep.
later?
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead and make your stealth.
What is my stealth? +3. 11.
Okay. So you believe you are in hiding?
Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, so
So
I guess I'll.
anyone whose passive perception is less than 11 is not seeing you.
Sneaking my. Yeah, so.
Not many wise goblins in here. As you're looking, and you're kind of scanning the crowd of goblin eyes that are just looking back at you, and they're like, "You struck at the shaman? Ooh, she's gonna rise and
I didn't
kill
shoot
you."
first, but I shot last.
Your shot was the shot that counts. So, as I look for a place to put this down.
Here. Oh no, I'm just taking up lots of space. Is that it? Just trash or actual food? It's good.
Get my mojo on my natural 20. So, first we gotta make that dex save. So the chief is going to come after you.
He's out of it, so it's
Yep.
10-foot square. Oh, that one's dead.
That
Okay.
one's dead, yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
DC 12, so it's not
Yep.
something. Oh. So he gets up and slips off.
He gets up and slips back into the chair, slumping into his throne in this really awkward moment where everyone sees him do this whole, and he just like does the drunken stammer back into the chair.
And Tide just looks for a second like...
His guys kind of give him the half look as
because that only compounds the Hobgoblin egg.
See, that Hobgoblin comes up and puts his sword to your throat, doing the whole surrender.
Well, I mean, he can't necessarily. He points it at me.
Yeah, he's basically, you get the hint that he's asking for your surrender.
Right.
Are you acting in any way, shape, or form like you're surrendering?
No.
Okay. So he will swing that sword. Ooh. Well, an unnatural 20 hits.
That will hit me.
So I'm looking for the 8. Problem with wizard dice, finding out which one's the witch.
That would be kind of anticlimactic, though, if I did that last. And then surrender.
Surrender.
All right, I give up.
So 5 points of damage. She does the whole, and you don't, and he just jabs you in the belly with the sword.
Okay, and I still had false life on, so that takes 5 of it. So basically, it's almost like it shimmers, I guess. It takes this necromantic second belly.
He feels the resistance, thinking he gutted you, and his sword comes back with no blood on it.
Right. Just a black acre of some sort.
You don't want to know.
Probably shaking the sword, going, "Get this off!"
Oh, he sees the goblin. You know what? He's going to try to grapple you.
Oh.
He saw you kill the shaman.
All right.
He's going to get up and just grab you and pick you up.
Yeah.
These are...
He's going to throw you in the hole.
Go ahead and give me a strength, an acrobatics, or athletics against his athletics.
Let's see. A strength.
Whichever's better. Your athletics or your acrobatics.
Net. They're both +3, so I'll call it acrobatics.
You might actually squirm away.
22.
He immediately grabs you, and you just do this like Okido with your bow, and you just like bounce out of his hands. And he's like, because he was, you get the idea he was going to grab you and throw you over the wall.
Goddamn, Goblins being so slippery.
This one's going to try to walk out of your little slippery slope. He needed a 12, didn't he? Gets Dex. Okay, so he takes a step and does the whoop, falling prone as well. These poor guys. This was not a good round for them.
And as that happens, I'm like, hey, kind of looking at the guy that tried to hit me. This isn't going well.
Kind of does that.
Just do a side.
Looks at you, kind of glances, and all of a sudden you're hearing a group of murmurs from all the goblins watching.
Right.
And so they're like, except for one really quiet goblin on the group.
Just quickly wiping blood off on something.
No. There's 2 quiet goblins over there.
No, you're Ninja Master.
Well, no. The dead one.
Me and the dead one.
Yeah.
Well, no, they don't see you.
And the quiet dead one.
But those are the 2 quiet ones.
So the other quiet one who steps out of the quiet goblin shadow, light darkens back at the top of the order.
Awesome.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the dead one got up.
Yeah, I was like, I was lost for a second. I was like, wait, is this me?
You're like, wait, oh.
Or did someone see me?
You got
That's
scared
unfortunate.
for a second there.
I'm really feeling like that guy with the red cape needs to die.
Especially since you got a buddy in front of you.
Yeah.
I know, that's why.
Nice.
Alright, well, I'm going to, just run up and, jump and
You don't
right
need
down.
to run. He's like
Yeah, but I want it to be, super
dramatic.
dramatic.
Okay.
Awesome.
So,
And you do have combat
I'll
advantage.
be in the air stabbing. all my tiny goblin weight behind me.
One amongst the host of goblins
we do have
finds
the-
its
we do have
bravery and rises
Fury of
against
the-
its
so if you hit,
hobgoblin oppressors.
Fury of the Small, he's bigger than you, so you can even add an extra 1 to your damage.
Sweet. Can I have a dagger?
And you get sneak attack because you said you have advantage.
Yeah, you have advantage
So
because you
roll
have a
2
flanking
d20
teammate.
and take the better.
2d20?
Yeah, take
All
the
right.
better.
I'll
of
give you
two.
the cursed d20 because I'll automatically give you the
You
lowest
just
number.
put that in my hand with the not cursed d20. You jerk. Alright. So,
So
My
you are
gosh, you're gonna break the
flying out of-
continuum.
you are flying out of nowhere.
oh my god.
Wow,
That's not good at all.
I told you.
Thank you. 13.
13. A 13. Against a hobgoblin. The epitome of goblin soldiers. As I throw in flavor text and fluff to fill in the time frame for me to flip the page because I didn't have it ready. As your mighty 13, you come up and you just drive your dagger right across his armor, and there's this horrible scraping sound. As you realize you and the dagger is sliding down his back.
You might have a little tinnitus.
As all the goblins are looking at what you just did, they would have been stirred. They could have been risen to resurrection. Or rebellion.
Insurrection?
There you go. But they just see you slide off his back, ripping his pretty red cape.
Yeah!
So,
I tried, guys.
are you
Sorry.
good with standing there flanking with them, or you can still move? I mean, you probably don't want to move too far away.
You could always say something like, I could have killed you.
But
I decided
saved
just
you.
to cut your cloak.
Yeah,
I
but
protected you from the shadows.
I am definitely not the kind of goblin that would say that.
Okay.
Like, a negative to charisma.
All right.
I'm definitely all about the
It
stabbing.
comes out more of a...
Well, yeah, I'm gonna, as I hit the floor, use that momentum to roll away.
Okay, are you staying within his attack range, or are you trying to flee out of it?
No, I'll stay. in this attack.
Or you nimbly escape.
Yeah, don't roll this way.
Okay, don't go into the hole. That isn't a viable option for escape. Like I said, there's lots of vines you can try to find.
No.
Dangerous.
I'll be brave.
You'll be brave?
I'll be brave.
Okay. So you step into the side of him?
Yeah.
Oh, she wanted to be the one with the bow.
No, I'm that guy.
Okay.
I thought we settled on
The wedding dress.
the wedding dress guy.
Oh, okay.
So now you're flanking.
That's what she's doing. So you're bravely standing there, brandishing your dagger, like, yeah, brave, bro.
But
Just
all
like
is
that.
not lost because our ranger also just did a ninja move by blocking the grapple.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Worst grapple roll.
He got a little bit of the grease on his cans from me.
So now our fighter sees that, there's a hobgoblin flanking there, another unfriendly hobgoblin flanking there. Obviously, the general rules of challenge have been
Purple. Just thrown.
Yep.
Just thrown out the window.
I'm okay
Granted,
with
you're
that.
sure that they'll call
Oh, yeah, you
you
can
out
move,
first for it, That's true because he moved away from underneath you. That you are the ones who fight with no honor.
You put it on me.
You do
So-
fight with a bugbear.
So I drop the axe and
Not down the hole.
not down the I'm like, no, why?
What's second favorite axe?
Well, you're down there.
We need to throw the second one to find out where the first one landed.
I grab the cloth wrapped package
Okay.
and whip it around at the goblin or the hobgoblin that she tried to stab in the back.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes.
We're doing so well, guys.
Describe how all of a sudden the natural winds of this hole sucked. You throw it, and then all of a sudden the fabric goes.
It's just fabric, and I'm like,
Which one were you throwing it at?
no, I'm not. No, I'm just trying. I'm trying to.
He's unsheathing his weapon and flinging the wrappings in the general direction of that hobgoblin to be very dramatic.
Yeah,
And then
Well,
all of a
technically
sudden,
it is advantage.
Totally on purpose.
And then
because again, I'm tiny. You can stand on me.
Oh, right.
Theoretically, there's
Yeah, that is true.
But was it a range attack?
No, I was just pulling it out and swinging.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I forgot I can.
Yeah,
I can occupy the same since you didn't get grabbed.
Yeah.
So is that cool?
Yeah,
She says these aren't cursed.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's nice.
And I rolled the exact same number.
Here, you can have these back.
This is not a good night.
Did you really roll that?
Yeah. So I assume a 9 does not hit.
A 9 does not hit. You almost feel, and as you miss. You just hear the shadows.
The shadows are disappointed.
Yeah, the shadows are.
The shadows from this big dark hole. Even your dark vision can't pierce.
Stop Goblin performance anxiety.
Yeah,
See, this is the wind you hear sucking the rapids down the hole.
Best of times.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times.
See, this is
really
all
the
because
worst of times.
I wasn't allowed to psych myself up before the fight. That we just came in,
You're gonna put it on me again.
and I'm just like,
It's all you.
It's me.
it is.
It is, and it's your turn too. So you realize
Sorry.
the guy's right there in your face. Fighter stepped off to go challenge the other one, knowing that you had this. You had this.
I did. He did. Yeah. So I am going to wreath the blade in a boom
Okay?
stick.
So you're wreathing his blade?
My blade.
Okay.
The booming blade. Using my cantrip for booming blade.
Doing the whole...
Yeah. Going two-handed, so it
Cool,
becomes
all the, Game of Thrones flaming blade.
right.
The flames flickering in the room, making the lights dance.
10 to hit.
As you swing your sword, and he just looks at you dead in the eyes. We're talking dead soldier eyes that have killed many an enemy. And he just slaps your sword aside like it's nothing.
Yeah.
Because he knows you fight with no honor.
I'm okay with that.
Bugbear. And the way it comes off of his tongue, you know it's an insult.
So I actually,
You gonna
to
dance
make it
around
even
him?
worse, I'm going to walk this way and turn my back on him and then just move this way as if he's not even there. So yes, attack of opportunity.
He
This could
will
go
take
very
the attack of
poorly.
opportunity from a disgraced
Yep.
bugbear.
That little thing is annoying. It's totally
Dangling in the air.
Bugbear. For 7 points of damage.
He drops me.
As he just slices with total disdain, a hint of your spell on his tip of his blade, and he just strikes you down.
But that's not very
fucking hate
honorable. If you think about it, he struck me in the back.
Yes, but you fled.
Then I forced him into it.
He's okay with that. God's honor only goes so far.
My brain is working though, unlike other bugbears.
Okay. Okay. Eric's like, why are you
You have a
wasting
bonus
my hit
action,
points?
So
I hate you right now. You ruined what I was
He
going
does
to do.
too.
You could still try to do something,
There's not a lot of
especially
love
since it is your
towards me
turn.
right
I know.
And he just dropped at your feet.
I know. And I was going to do something else, but now I have to do Spare the Dying.
Well, you don't have to. He's got 3 rounds
Maybe
to
you could just
try.
email me the deal.
My
brain
he's
went
so
this way and I-
delirious from blood loss. He's saying, just email me. And you're like, what?
I am sober.
Is this elf mail? Have you gone that mad? You want elf mail? Remember, there are other things you can do. I mean, you
That's
are
true.
a cleric, you have skills, you have spells,
I know.
you have
For this
cantrips.
I know, and that's what I was going to do as a
What?
cantrip. So
You'll get your fight now because they can get up.
Once one of them goes over and picks up
Because
the
the grace
bugbear,
is going to
grunting away.
disappear.
and then hugs him down the hole, and I'm like, well.
oh, it's only on self. Okay, never mind. I'm not going to deal with him right yet.
Okay.
Because, he kind of deserves it.
Only a married couple says it like that.
You have a threat here, though.
I do, and then I was going to use Chill Touch.
On him?
On him.
Okay, so we're continuing the fight, not trying to do this in a way that will actually win. Just throwing that out there.
You guys kind of screwed the pooch on that one.
We did. No. This I would. Okay.
No.
I just stepped in the room.
He could have just went blah 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 blah, and everybody else would have been like, "What?" But no, you had to go in first.
What you do is you reverse your blade and stab it in front of him and go, "I brought dinner." Okay, so you're gonna cast a spell on him.
Yes.
Okay. We got some Hobgoblin on Hobgoblin stare down happening. He's got fresh blood in his brain.
So basically, I'm letting him know that because they don't believe that I'm a cleric, so I'm here. This is what I am.
Okay.
All right, Chill Touch.
Chill Touch.
I will give you an advantage for any socially stuff next round. Now you've proven you're a cleric. As you whip out your holy symbol, and the hand of death comes out of it.
Yeehaw. All right, so let's see. That's a 9?
It's a 13.
It's a 13? Okay, so 13.
So you do the gesture and the motions, and you hold out the holy symbol of the god of goblin, death, and decay, disgrace. And your hand comes out, and it just seems to hover over the back of his head. It just doesn't touch him.
You caressed him.
I didn't roll a 1, mind you.
Yes.
It's like that one you reach out to shove the orc.
It's not good enough to hit him, and I don't see how armor really helps, so the hand's just paused.
Well, maybe we could use this to the advantage, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And say, I could have hurt you with this. But instead, I restrained myself. Do you believe me now?
Give me a quick deception. I'll give you advantage for it.
What is wrong with you guys?
Numbers above 10 don't exist.
Wow. As you say this, and for a second, you do that whole up your butt joke.
That's just be mine. I didn't have to be yours.
As he looks at you, and he basically quotes one of your religious texts. My mother blessed me in the 12 blood rivers of the god of death. I shall not fear death, for I shall fight eternal.
Nice.
If you truly worship the god of death, and I'm saying this all in 6 seconds, join us, mistress of death, and strike them down.
You just acted like you didn't believe me, so fuck you.
Your offering, priestess. Okay, so the hand is just paused. He must have been blessed as a child, given the whole bath of Achilles for the goblins.
Oh,
it is the paladin's turn.
Thank goodness it's a cantrip.
Okay, I'm checking angles.
It is pretty rough in there for angles, but you could easily, if you want to take on that one mano-a-mano, you can.
Well, I'm actually thinking a bull rush.
You got no angle on knocking somebody in the hole faster.
You can push the Bugbear over there.
Huh?
You can shove the Bugbear in the hole. That's all.
There's temptation at this point.
Don't worry, we'll save him later.
I have spare the dying, not resurrections.
The rogue will try to stealth and wrap some vines around him so when he goes over, he's really tethered. So he'll be dangling down there.
Okay, I'm going to... Because he's face to face with cleric.
Remember, you do have skills, too. I mean, it's not just fighting. I mean, are you any good at intimidation?
Actually, I'm not bad.
Hopefully you're better than
You're a
I am.
paladin of tyranny. You should be good with intimidation and diplomacy.
I have a -1 to intimidation.
He's got other skills.
Yes,
You
I
take
know.
out your arrow and go, intimidate, intimidate, intimidate.
I know.
I'll poke you. I'll poke you.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Is there a
okay.
D&D
I'll
equivalent
give it a
of
try.
a match that I can put in his shoe?
So what are you going to try?
I'm going to step directly in facing him.
Which one? The
one that just
the chief, or the one that just did the stab?
the one that just did the
Dishonorable backstab.
yeah.
Okay. You're walking
There.
right up in his face.
Yeah.
You're getting bro on bro here.
Yeah.
It's Jersey Shore now. So what are you going to do?
Jersey Shore got Hobgoblin.
Have you not seen Jersey Shore?
No.
So are you using diplomacy or intimidation?
It's
Intimidation.
stupid.
Okay. What are you going to do?
I imagine. It's
You and your worthless rabble all need to stand down and back the hell
That's
away
I'm
from
sure.
our
I've heard.
chair.
Okay.
I like my brain cells.
I like your brain cells too. They're lovely.
Thank you.
And are you brandishing your holy symbol when you do this?
Yeah, it's on me.
Okay. So go ahead and roll with advantage. Magic. Oh,
Kick him in the nuts.
get the
for
magic.
good
Oh, fuck. Natural 20.
I'll
Okay.
take that one.
Okay, you immediately step up and you just feel him wilt under your words. He's recognizing your badge of office, your armor, your presence, the aura coming off of you, and you feel him. He is wilting under your gaze.
Oh, you got a fanboy.
Okay, and you sense that there's some other wilting going along in this room as well. The goblins, of course, are like, So, Ranger. Rakido Ranger-san.
I'm going to use my nimble escape to disengage from
Step
him.
back from him.
Yeah, and
You don't want to be picked up again?
no. And I also did not like being him being all handsy on me.
It's amazing you couldn't pick up a goblin.
Yeah. And yeah, so I'm going to fire my bow back at the guy with the red cape that was trying to grab me.
Okay.
I don't care. I don't care if we're talking him down yet. I've got to get my shot
You're
on
in
him.
like full wolf mode right
Oh
now.
yeah. 15?
Oh, wait.
6 damage.
Okay, you fire an arrow off into his thigh and it just sticks like it hit wood. And he kind of winces, but immediately you notice him look right at you. You're like, nah, nah, nah. And it doesn't wobble. It sticks right in his thigh. And you follow his eyes from your eyes to behind you, where the paladin just had his little speech. And he's not moving an inch. The arrow is locked in place with his muscles because he's frozen right now.
And I am pleased.
Jumped by the big guy! Okay, so the chief, damn, you hit the number you needed to get his ass to count down. You only needed a 15 for his bros. The chief looks at you, he takes in the presence that you're giving, the charisma that's oozing off into this room, and he just slumps. Before he fell drunkenly almost back in the chair because of the slipperiness. And now you just see him deflate.
Works for me.
And he's just looking at you, and he looks down to the ground.
Works for me.
And that's a good place to wrap it up there.
Thank you for listening to D&D Journey of the 5th Edition, a member of the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And remember, be careful out there. There be dragons about.